da. Okay, yeah, we are live. I'm not going to.
Can you put your chatter in the Roll20?
Yeah. Also, yeah. Please put the chat in the Roll20 just so I don't have to multitask tabs.
Hold Alt Tab.
Anyways, daily reminder: the coast likes violence.
I like tormenting the coast.
Your magic, yeah, but
And
your
a
magic.
bit more crime.
You're not getting white phosphorus, you gremlin.
A few levels.
I don't like that answer.
All white phosphorus ammunition for guns has over the flaming bullets spell is the ability to set things on fire.
It's still.
No, I'm talking to grenades.
Oh, those only do 2d6 damage.
Is it how much
No.
is how much the dot?
Ghost. Because you put the DC at 45, they do 10d6 would be the closest.
Oh no.
Hoisted by her own petard.
Right. The higher you put the DC, the higher the base damage and AoE of a grenade.
Why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep accidentally doing that?
I mean,
oops, we broke the Mark 19 again.
I'm gonna grab my water bottle as we wait. Yeah, right now we're just waiting for a Sylvan. Just Once Sylvan gets here, we are technically live. We'll actually get things started. I just don't want to leave. I just don't want to leave us hanging. Leave it. You get what I mean.
Yeah, basically, I ran some. After the last session, I ran some numbers. I should easily be able to ascend the entire party and quite possibly offer it to Elizabeth and Alexis.
Hey, Azal. Eerie is making me suffer for AP incantation bullshit.
Actually, I'm going to shut up now because I don't want these plans on stream.
Okay. But yeah, hey, is up. Yeah, right now we're just waiting on Sion to get here. He's grabbing dinner. I just got impatient. Didn't want to leave the stream closed. You know how I get. Plan for this is going to be maybe give Ashley a little bit of time to do the RP that he missed out on yesterday, on last time. Then the players are going to go raid a dungeon for Kirov's upgrade, and I'm going to push out on more plot hooks because I like doing that. I like seeing how the players react to all the shit I throw at them.
Hey, Cuss. Wanna get a bit of an idea of the stats that Ashley's project is going to give her?
Your mech?
Yeah, the initial mech with the progress level 5 equipment.
Post it in the R20
I'll
chat.
have. All right.
Or just like slap it on a Google Doc and pass the link to me so I can.
A full version to you later.
Yeah, I'm putting together a full version. I'm mostly giving a like this. I'm mostly giving a like three numbers.
I also need to actually slap something onto the Ascalon command center map. Give me a second to go do that.
Of course, the funniest thing is my project will be roughly scaled to Ashley's project.
Your project is the one that's going to cause me 1,000 headaches.
Yes! Well, my shorter-term project. Not my long-term project.
Hi, Sylvan. I just saw her hop into the R20.
Actually, I don't think the mech's armor stacks with worn armor or incantation armor.
It does not.
Yeah, the mech would give at progress level 5 would give a total of +9 defense bonus, including the shield.
Okay.
Or you could not give it a shield, get the +9 the old-fashioned way. Magic.
Yeah, but shields are cool.
The mech I want is going to have a shield.
Also because the dexterity boosters in future tech stack, and I have enough open limb slots that aren't being reserved for other things, plus 12 equipment bonus to Dex, which
Okay.
probably isn't that bad, since
That's
it's
effectively plus 6 AC.
you could pretty much just call it split half and half between making up for the fact that I don't have dexterity as a primary stat for a role that will use dexterity as my primary stat, and for the sake of offense, making up for my relatively low base attack bonus.
And he's gonna be a fucking mech. Anyway, so give me a second to change to check this. I'm just adding the location of all known Arc Dragons onto the map, right onto the thingamajiggy for the command center. That's an empty spot on the screen. Let me add. Actually, I need to add one. I forgot to add Conquest Dead to it. There we
You
go.
are dead, not big super ice.
At some point, you'll also need to put redacted and redacted on there.
I have
Yes, my favorite place to go, redacted.
I have multiple. I have plans. Anyways, is Sion in the Discord? I didn't hear her hop in yet.
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Splendid.
splendid. Let's get this party started. So, let's do the
Let
intros.
some more.
Let's do the intros real quick. This is Drake Apocalypse. I'm your host and GM Arcos. With me are Lucine, played by Erie.
She's going to hate me.
I already do. Io, played by Mio, who is not talking much. Not gonna be talking much this session, I think. So I'll just be reading what he says in the chat. If I miss that, please someone poke me so I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sion Orin, our local crazy dark mage, played by Sylvan.
Happy to be of service.
Kirov, our local Doom guy, played by Atomic Taco, aka Mon.
It's not a war crime the first time.
John, our local hammer wielding, gun wielding everyman, the closest thing this group has to a normal person, played by Cayman.
Hello.
That's not very close.
I'm not wrong though. Then Ashley, played by Taco Cat, our local NG who is trying to make mechs to punch lizards to death with.
Thank you, Common, for introducing me to D20 Future Tech. Cos, you should interpret that as evil laughter.
I already have. Anyway, so recap the last session because Ashley wasn't here. It was a two-day time skip from last time.
Right, Kos, you never did handle that one, and you never did tell me what I got for the result on the wards.
Putting a pin in
be
that.
accurate.
Give me.
Okay.
I can't remember what I was going to say for that, so just give me a second. So,
Yep.
major plot stuff that happened there. Ashley was. Cayman and Sister Sophia had to talk about the diplomancing with the Scarlet Queen. Sion, as you can tell by her updated token, has finally forsaken her humanity and did a whole fucking production out of it. The Star tried. What you think is the Star?
Goddamn JoJo reference.
Yes. The Star tried to tempt her into doing something. She told the fuck off. Lucine did some bullshit in the background. Give me a sec to double check my timeline doc. Give me a second.
Oh, it's also Lucine did bullshit in the background and more. We're pretty sure Lucine is a eugenics project.
Yeah. And Kira found the military bar. It doesn't. If we're assigned, it just has a really big gun. Yeah, that's basically. And then the party killed a rando dragon that stood up because I just wanted to have a random combat encounter. It tried to break Lucine. It didn't get to do anything because Io just glued herself to its fucking face and just stabbed it whenever it tried to do anything. Anyways, give me a second.
You did a very Tiger impression.
Anyways, let me put on some casual. Let me put on the let me find the safe zone music. Give me a second.
Yes, it was a very naughty dragon.
It was a very naughty dragon. It tried to cast shatter on some
God damn it, Evan.
You all are so lucky. I marked.
Just say that.
You are all very lucky. I mark my streams as not for kids when I upload the VODs to YouTube. Please keep that down to a minimum, though. Anyways, no,
What
let's.
down?
I think that ship sailed when someone turned into a succubus.
Yeah. I know. I just don't want to deal with that, though.
What did you get told to keep down? I'm still not quite sure.
See, she turned into like an earthbound succubus, basically. Anyway, so under Boston map.
Oh.
I'm going to be honest, I heard Earthbound and my mind immediately went to the game.
Mine goes to Yu-Gi-Oh when I hear it.
Dude.
Mine goes to the Yu-Gi-Oh and the Earthbound Immortals because those are my favorite group of anti. I just love 5Ds. Anyways, back on topic. So
Yeah, but they were clunky as hell to
music
play.
of all things.
give it. Well, I'm trying to remember what the fuck the what the you're in a save zone song was. It this one? Give me a
Cat basking in the sun.
Right.
Here we go. So, first question. What was we already know? Yeah, I know I craze violence. I will get her violence in a moment. First up, Ashley. What was Ashley doing over the 2 day time skip?
Shoot. I feel like I'm trying to remember if I was probably told about the time skip and probably had an idea and
You wanted to
completely.
meet with the kid who you'd had some RP with
Right.
earlier.
Right.
Yeah, you want me?
Thanks
it's
for
either
reminding.
something to do with Abigail, who's interested in electricity, your tech stuff, or something or for something to do with Kyra and Elizabeth. I find. Right.
What I remember.
Also, I think we drove a Kyra to drink.
Yes.
Yes, repeatedly.
Yes, a Kyra is not. A Kyra has no fucking idea what the fuck to do with magic.
And we keep making it worse, not better.
Yes. Yes, if you.
Wait, is it actually the 20th of February in-game?
No, in-game it's like the 18th, 19th right now. It'll be the 20th once we're done Ashley's bit. That's why I've updated the IC date.
Holy crap.
Yes, I know it's Magic that Diane kind of explains it exactly.
No, I'm more shocked that we synchronized it.
It's probably because of the daybreak. Anyways, so Ashley, thing with Abigail, right? Well, so is Ashley just going to be doing more tech, just more maintenance in the general living district?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, it's only like 2 days this time. It's not for a while this time. This is the start of the next round of action. You're going to be doing this place, blowing up a dragon, bunch of stuff. Anyways, first thing. So you've spent your part of the next couple days working on the tech, working on just maintenance issues popping up around the general living district. A couple flickering lights, mostly from people who have been partying, just being a little bit too rough on the surroundings around them. One of them has a car. However, one light just stumps you. You get to it. There is a car pierced through the light, upside down.
Like a toy car or an actual car?
An actual car.
Remember, the car thief's dragon did exist.
Wait, is that the same car that was missing an engine block?
No.
No,
we
you
found
didn't.
that. We resolved that one.
No, the engine block was stolen by the Wyvern. This is a different car. But it is in fact impaled. Thankfully, when Ashley gets close, he doesn't see any sign of anyone getting hurt. But it's a car. Impaled on a street light. Abigail is there just staring at me with the universal expression of a kid who has no idea what the fuck she's looking at.
Either drunk college students or drunk Marines.
Like the light is like like they said the light was like the lights tilted a little bit. That was what you were called here to fix. They forgot to mention the fact there's a goddamn car lodged on it.
Alright, after like a full minute of, oh, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, out of character I'm saying here and like still trying to figure out, okay, so what happened here? But I imagine that Ashley would be sitting here staring at it for less time than I, and already would have thought, okay. Let's figure out how to separate the car from the light.
Yeah, so Abigail's just when Abigail notices she runs over and pokes her side. Miss Ashley, are you here to fix the light again?
I am.
Do you know?
How have you been?
He points to the car. That's Daddy's car.
Oh.
A really big man picked it up. Like a really big man. Like she leans back and like spreads her arms out up vertically as far as she can go. Like bigger than this.
What's at the barkeep?
You don't know. You're not there. You don't know.
I point at the light and go, as big as a street light?
Not that big, but pretty close. I think I've seen him a couple times by where all the dudes with guns are. He says, pointing in the general direction of the militarized area where the barracks and such all are. He was stumbling too. But, like, he just picked up Daddy's car, flipped it over, and dropped it, and like threw it on the light like a basketball.
Huh. Ashley's like definitely still like processing what's happened. Yes, John. That was rude.
It is rude. It is rude, but this is a system where mending exists, so the car's gonna be fine once you get it off the light. You just have to get it off the light.
That is a point.
Like okay, when I say like it's on the light, like I mean it's like at the it's like at the bottom of the base. It's not like hanging on the top, thankfully.
That makes it worse, not better.
Oops. So what is Ashley going to do?
The whole ass screen.
I guess the first thing Ashley is going to do is kind of try to see if she can look under the hood and see what can be repaired.
Okay, so when you get closer,
see if she can get the car to do the pushing and moving the car for her.
Okay, when you get closer and you look at it, it looks like the light went through the back seat, and it didn't look like it hit the engine block or anything. So the issue is that
Did it hit the drive shaft?
Doesn't look like it hit the drive shaft, thankfully. But it's just wedged onto the light. You might have to call someone in order to pick it up. You're not sure who you would call. Sister Sophia, maybe one of the magic users.
Oh well, if it didn't go through the drive shaft or any other particularly essential components, yeah, I guess I can't really like drive it if I don't have the key. That took like 5 minutes too long to occur to me.
Bro, it's called hot wiring.
Fair,
Okay, so-
it actually probably can do that.
Okay, so the moment when Ashley mentions the key, Abigail pulls something out of her pockets. Here,
Thanks.
Daddy threw them on the floor after seeing his car was on the light.
Oh well, that's awfully convenient.
This is gold.
Well, I hope he doesn't mind me borrowing them for a short moment. Ashley's literally just going to get in the car and drive it away. Enough that it's like out of the way.
Okay, so
Not even giving a damn about the
okay, I will say,
damage.
okay, I will say, okay, for that to work, I'll say the car did flip over when it was thrown, so it landed on its wheels.
Sorry.
It's fine, but you're going to have to like tear a bit of the car out in order to do that.
I don't think that's making the repairs this car needs any more expensive.
Understandable. Okay, so as you so as you get in the car and start the engine, Ashley does a cute, kid does a cute head tilt and covers her ears like and puts her hands over her ears before you ears. When you start driving, there's a sound like metal before the car basically just spins or bends around. You tear the door out next that the what was impaled next to out basically, leaving a pretty nasty gas in the car, and it is leaking a little bit now. But it still kinda works, and more pressingly, it's no longer on the light. It did make a lot of noise though, so now you have a lot of people poking their heads out of the heads out of the various neighborhood doors and such. Because metal tearing metal, all that.
Yeah.
So you managed to get the car off the light, and you do know that a couple of the magic users know men. So once you just push the light back, you think stuff should be able to just be fixed pretty quickly. Hopefully.
All right. After that, I'm going to. First, I'm pretty sure I have Ashley usually carries a roll of duct tape, whatever she
Does he
thinks
duct tape
she
the leak
might
on the
need.
car?
Yeah, gonna duct tape the leak on the car real quick.
Yeah, as you do to do all your tech stuff, Abigail is just watching the entire time like this is the most interesting thing in the world. Zal, all children are insane. Have you met a child? Yes, exactly. It's the gaze of child, like one where Ashley does tech stuff. Thankfully, you managed to flee the scene before Abigail's dad shows up. So when you're a couple streets down, you hear someone scream about their car from that direction.
So they going to scream about cabbages?
Yeah, that's Ashley C. Now
Can't beat the classics.
Now we're going to cut into the Ascalon Command Center. At the bottom, you guys might have noticed I added something. I don't have a cool world token yet for the Overlook map, so I just slapped down the known location of all the Arc Dragons. Conquest is dead. Extinction is in the Shroud to the north. There's the mountain-looking one in Europe. The Ocean Floaters in the Garbage Patch. The one that's doing something weird to the sky in China. The one that had the blood try to stab Alexander in Russia. And then there's the fucker who keeps moving around the globe and doesn't stay still. I can't wait. So, you're all piled into the command center, which is kind of starting to get a little cramped at this point. At this point, Michigan has had the Overlook satellite map brought up to a specific area in Oregon, and waves a file at Lucine as you all come in. Lucine got what was the voice I used? Trying to give me a sec, trying to remember the voice. Fuck it. Lucine got you the no, that wasn't it. What the fuck was it? I cannot remember his voice for the light of me. This is going to kill me. Oh no. Fuck it, we're just gonna ball. Lucine, here's the here's the coordinates for the Blacksite for your teleportation. You are going to be able to get back with that, right? Yes, because as he just towards you.
Yep. It took me so long to get a permanent circle set up for later usage. A temporary one to come back easier.
He nods at that. This is just yeah. As the coordinates and Commander Michigan's gonna just thumb the map. The Blacksite was working on not just the super soldier serum, but similar bio-related stuff. Wait, I forgot to move this down here. Here we go. Oop, there we go. That sounds. The Blacksite was working on primarily the super soldier serum. From what I know, he says, twirling yet another cigar in his hands. The Blacksite was working primarily on that super soldier serum I heard about, but it seems to have also been working on some sort of other biological experiments. If the door to it hasn't been breached because it's underground, then it's likely the place has been. He stops for a second. Purged during when the star showed up. So I'm not sure if you'll encounter anyone, but he shrugs. Magic fucking exists. For all I know, there could be fucking ghosts. Ghosts in there.
And we don't have any proton packs.
This Sophia's gonna smirk at that.
I'm pretty sure I could manage ghosts at this point.
If there are any restless dead in there, they shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. With the I'd wager, at least compared to the Arc Dragon you've been fighting and talking to another one. The absolute worst case scenario, if you're dealing with something incorporeal, and magic should be able to take it out real quick, so I think you'll all be fine. Just be careful in there, please. Yeah, I'm just gonna say everyone's here just because this is technically gonna be a mission of yours. Any questions you guys want to ask?
So bring the rock salt around.
So, yeah, any questions you want to ask ask Boss Man?
This is not for Michigan, but it is an important question.
Ask it.
This is basically Lucine is going to be asking about that whole basically did Lucine get info on the wards? Because if she did, she's going to be asking for any materials she might need.
I can't fucking remember what we want. What do you want the wards to do again? We fuck it with Balla right now. Also, it is very Junie, IO.
Couple things that some easier than others.
I know
the hardest one by
anti-scry, anti-teleport, right?
Anti-scry, anti-teleport, and also one specifically prepped for nukes. Basically to teleport away nukes. And also just a general anti-entrance ward based on intent, but that'd be pretty easy.
Okay, so from what your research has shown, you should be able to make. You do have the theory for making something like that. You should be able to just hook it into the notice me not thing that you whipped up around Ascalon so dragons can't see the goddamn place.
All of them, or just some of them?
The anti-spy and the anti-teleport. The active anti-nuke measure. From what you can tell, that will actually take a bit more. That will take a bit more prep work. I'm just going to be blunt. Having the scry and teleport seeds lets you just ping not doing them into the ward. The active measure, on the other hand, is going to need to be a separate ritual powered, and it's going to need a power source. Power source. Correct. It's going to need a
Which
fast
active
power
measure?
source.
The anti-nuke measure?
Yeah, because it's going to be an active measure. You want to teleport. You see a nuke and teleport it somewhere else, right?
Okay, so basically we need to run that by words not working.
Sister Sophia?
So in order to make that one work, sorry, I'm just trying. Okay, so then again, purified draconite should work for that.
You need to kill 2 more lizards for that.
Or I guess we could also use raw draconite for that.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander, do you think you could work on getting some of it into a usable form for a power for a ward?
Alexander rubs his scraggly beard as you mentioned that, the tall man leaning back for a second. If we should honestly, all we really have to do would be stand off the point so it doesn't stab anyone, shove it into a container so it doesn't fuck up the air, and then it should be just good to go. Just put it in the ritual circle and have the circle consume it. Stuff. We haven't actually used raw draconite for anything yet, so I'm not 100% sure how it will respond. I'll need a sample for the test first.
I'm pretty sure we have gotten him samples.
He's used those samples for other things, like blowing it, like trying to figure out how to blow it up.
Okay, but yeah. In that case, Lucine is just... Alright. Basically, Lucine is going to make sure she has safe draconite handling procedures and keep an eye out while we're on this mission.
Also, one more thing, Alexander says, lifting a finger. Before you all go, in the aftermath of the recent meeting, he says, looking away from you all for a moment, I understand that some of you are interested in the possibility of reverting the draconic transformation. I am going to be blunt. I do not have the data to know if that such a thing is even possible. To get that data, I am going to need a live dragon. Not a draconid, a dragon. Live.
Noted.
I really don't think it is.
I know you don't think it's possible.
This is saying that out loud.
Does he think that out loud?
Everything... Yes.
Okay.
Everything I've done research for on a potential method of purifying blood and draconite relies on destroying or neutralizing the dragon factor while leaving the power. Do that to a living thing would either kill them or just leave them very much in a coma and that they would never wake up from. Simply put, I do not believe it is possible. Not without power we do not have, and probably will not have until at least Archdragons are dead. All the Archdragons are dead. And that's kind of the crux of the problem.
Alexander shrugs. There's no way to know for sure until I have the research to look at an actual live dragon.
Do we even have a way to keep one contained right now?
Nope.
At that, Mayor's gonna perk up X. Actually, we might have something we could store one in. See gestures to the one of the maps on the big screen, big thing in the back, which has in this case a map of the surface district. Commander Mystican found a reinforced shipping container. We believe the American military was going to be using it to transfer something volatile through the Boston port, but it never got filled. And it has air holes. So air holes likely for someone got locked inside. Hopefully, it should be.
I'm also going to point out, yeah. If Alexander can devise a method,
can you let me finish talking, please?
Sorry.
If you can find a way to subdue a dragon and drag them to a pre-marked point, we could load them into the container, lock it, and just and if necessary, reinforce it with magic to keep them contained. Sister Sophia, do you think sleep spells could do the job? that Sister Sophia is going to lean her into her knuckles and hum. I'm not sure if sleeping magic alone will be enough, but it's a but mind altering magic could be you. They are, but you guys don't really know that in character yet. Mind altering magic could just work in general, but that's a very thorny topic to delve into.
Also, even if and it would take a miracle, we could revert a regular dragon. Reverting an arc dragon would require so much more power.
So your solution would just be to kill everything and give up all hope.
Yes. We are not killing people we knew. We are killing what has made a mockery of their corpses.
I can see a lot of logic in that. Yeah, I would also see the logic in the church saying that about me currently. So I'm kind of not inclined to go with that option.
For example, the difference is one is actively trying to murder us when they wouldn't have before, and you are not actively trying to murder us. And I don't think you will because you aren't.
Well, unless you count critical alcohol poisoning.
Lucine's just as likely to cause that. She can't exactly something like that, but yeah, basically, Lucine firmly thinks this is a waste of time and resources.
Elizabeth.
So, out of curiosity, if you die and when you come up before Osiris and he says, "Oh yeah, you could have done that," how are you going to feel at that moment?
Sad, but reality. But I will know. But decisions are not made based on what might happen. They are based on what we know. We know that we don't know there's a way. It is possible. I'm not, or you think it's possible. I won't deny that. But I'm not going to base my actions off of a maybe when there are more pressing matters.
Elizabeth is going to slump down in her chair at this discussion, just saying nothing. And Alexis, meanwhile, just gonna frown and hold something over in the back of her head.
Well, to be entirely blunt, there is another dimension to this you're not really thinking about. You're not actually solving we exist, and from what that demon suggested, word coming in through dimensions.
I think you've got a. That is not the interpretation I received.
It's the afterlife.
Quite simple. Souls in the afterlife returned. Not dead. Not they died and went there. They were.
You're assuming the star
there.
doesn't consume them and then reform them there.
I'm not sure a soul could be reformed.
How does a soul formed in the first place, then?
Alexis clears her throat to butt in. Souls can be transformed and altered with magic. That's kind of part of how the transformation into a demon or such works.
I didn't say transformed, I said reformed, as in destroyed and remade.
It's because you're thinking of it as a matter of once destroyed, it is brought onto nothingness, rather than simply being dismantled into its component parts, at which point it can be reassembled, presumably.
Sister Sophia is going to clear her throat as well here. Well, this is a discussion we likely do need to have. I do think it would be best if we have this when we do not have a mist hanging over your heads. I imagine Kira will need time to recover, and we will need time to research what you recover from the site.
True.
Actually, Coast, I do have
actually verify.
Out of character, Coast, I do have a meaningful question.
Shoot.
Do you intend for this plotline to have any chance of actual success, or is it going to be kind of a case of, yeah, this is not viable on an Arc Dragon?
Give me a sec to figure out how to phrase this in the best way possible. There is one method I can think of that has a 100% chance to work, guaranteed no matter what. I will not tell you what it is. You do not have the tools to know what it is. You do yes. That is all. If you find it, that is up to you.
So basically, you're saying that because so basically, what I'm getting is Lucine's not gonna try to look for it.
Lucine is not going to spend critical research time on it. No. She's not going to stop anyone else from doing it, but she is not going to do the research.
What does John think
Oh, I
about the
see.
same character, Cayman?
John is let's see. On one hand, he really wants to punch Lucine in the face for just dismissing the possibility outright. On the other hand, he doesn't know if it's actually possible. On the third mutant hand, he knows that without knowing that it's not possible, there's a chance that it is.
Is this clear on his face?
A little.
Sister Sophia is gonna walk around the table and gently put a hand on John's shoulder. Breathe. It's going to be okay. This is a topic that is very fraught with emotions. I do believe the best course of action is to selfless for a time when everyone is going to be not going to be needing to be at their full focus, such as before a mission.
I will note that some of Lucine's biases are blinding her to considering it a possibility, but she also thinks it's a much lower possibility, or a much lower priority than... Like, it's a gamble on a gamble's existence, not even a gamble on something. And she's already got too many, taking more gambles than she'd like.
Yeah. Although I will say, if Lucine starts to say, no, you're not going to try, John will punch her in the face.
You know, Lucine is saying, I am not going to commit any resources towards this because I think they can be used better elsewhere. She is not going to stop someone from doing it.
Everyone else have anything else I want to put in about this real quick before we head on?
Well, that's fair enough. Let's just hope no one you cares about ends up in the fate of them having to rely upon your mercy and forbearance.
Michigan size. Focus, people. Lucine, how quickly can you get to the site? How quickly can you get to the site?
So before Michigan says that, Lucine is going to snap back. Somehow, I don't think that's that likely. And then respond to Michigan.
Theon chuckles at that.
By my estimate, it should be about an hour of cast. Minimal prep work compared to normal.
He nods. Askell, and you get onto that. Askell, Dragon Slayers. We really need to figure out a proper name for you.
At that point, Theon would raise her hand, though.
Yes.
Do you need someone to scout the site ahead of time?
Honestly, honestly, with how much overwhelming firepower you all bring to the table, I'm not too worried about whatever you're going to be dealing with.
She nods at that.
Yes, you have an hour to. Yes, the rest of you have an hour to do any last-minute preparations or such before you head out. Your objective is to grab what you can of the Blacksite's research, ideally any working samples of the serum.
An hour of prep, right?
Yes, an hour of last-minute prep.
Yeah, there's one thing I would like to double check, and it is specifically if what I'm thinking I might do even can fit, if it's worth doing in the first place.
Also, I'm just going to put Alexander's request on the side as a side mission. Give me a moment.
Ten ranks. I'm just gonna check if I can reprogram the spot skill in my mini robot, or rather, if it would be worth it. Yeah, I could program in another 2 ranks of spot on a take 10 with computer use, so I might as well reprogram that since that fits neatly.
God damn it! Why is the text so big? Give me a sec. I'm fighting the row 20. Give me a second. X too small. Goddamn! I'll solve it at the top. Then fuck it. It is at the, give me. I'm row 20. Cooperate with me. There we go. Side missions are at the top. These can be done basically whenever. They are up to you to do them, though.
I think that's also Is the bomb thing now a main mission, or wouldn't that be inside?
Oh, I'm considering that a I'm considering that a main mission because you're intending mission because a main mission right now because
Fair enough.
it's dealing with an arc. Not sure that's I will deal with that later. Oh, so yeah.
Miho is being a gremlin. Ignore her in this case. I know it.
Okay. Anyways, right. One more. There is actually one more side mission. This is that you're all aware of. So there's 2 side missions. Alexander's request to capture a dragon alive, and Elizabeth's desire to find the dragon her brother turned into. So, what are you all doing during this last hour of preparations and coping and such? What are you doing? Understandable, Mio. Understandable.
Like claiming another species name and then saying they are the fakes.
Yeah, that's how she is.
Gremlins are gonna gremlin.
I'm appreciating this idea of dragons Io has.
Anyways, so I've put the 2 side missions up. You guys can do these whenever we're not doing a main mission, like now. So, what is everyone that's not Lucine doing during the 1 hour thing? Ashley's reprogramming her robot. What's everyone else doing?
John is in a bit of a haze at the moment.
Understandable.
Himon, is Kirov requisitioning a China Lake grenade launcher?
Yes.
Okay, so the moment you ask Michigan about this, he pinches his nose and his eyes. Unfortunately, the last one we had of those broke beyond repair during Emergence Day when we were protecting the populace.
Kirov just looks at Ashley with a grin.
You'll need. What I'm saying is you'll need to make a new one, and we already have a new one. And most of the weapons devs are currently working on the pile bunker concept.
Let me guess. Continues looking at Ashley with a grin.
Yeah, the pile bunkers.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed exactly 5 seconds when I was paying attention to the text chat at Roll20.
Yeah, I'm just asking. John is vibing in a bad way. Kirov is asking about weaponry. Sylvan, what is Sion doing during the hour? Hello.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, so I did some digging in the SRDs.
I don't like where this is going.
They have knockout gas.
Sion,
And the secondary effect is just straight unconsciousness.
give me a second. Sion, do you need any help with that?
Rose, I'm not sure you can help with someone in real life.
You could put me on speaker and I could yell at them.
Something tells me that may be counterproductive.
I'm not trying to be a bad ghost, Io. I'm trying to offer help. Okay.
I will point out that Lucine was supposed to be distinctly a bit callous there. She's half dragon now, and that does actually mean things.
Anyways, can you? This is annoying. Give me some time to figure out what to do.
Oh dear.
I really hate IRL throwing renders into my plans. I really hate it when IRL does it. Okay, so what? So we pause for a minute? What do we do then? That's what I'm trying to figure out here, Sylvan.
Keep going. We can do a few scenes without her.
Okay. So, just type in the R20 and I'll roll your and I'll talk and I'll read your stuff then. So, yeah. So, Heyman, John's just gonna be in a haze then.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you bringing anyone along with you for this mission?
Elizabeth? You bring the techie to the tech mission.
If we're dealing with supernatural stuff, I think the mage is a better idea.
Well, first question, Coast. Have you finally upgraded Alexis's stat line?
No, I keep forgetting to do that. I'll do that after the session. I keep forgetting to do it. Okay, so Lucian, are you going to be the one asking Elizabeth if she wants to come?
No, because I'm busy casting. I will point out that we should ask. I'm assuming someone else will. Lucine can't be the only one who's thinking about, bringing a companion.
Yeah. Okay, so who's doing it then?
Well, it's obviously not John.
John is not having a good time right now. John is taking sand damage. Okay, I'm going to throw Kirov onto the bus. Kirov, you fine with? Come on, you fine with that?
Huh? What? I was busy digging through the SRD.
You're being thrown under the bus.
You're being thrown on the bus for who's poking Elizabeth to see if she wants to come along on the mission.
Alright, I guess.
I'm just going to assume like you guys just draw straws or whatever. How to determine doesn't really matter. Still, Elizabeth is brooding in the corner of the corner of the command center, and they're just flicking through her design notebook. How do you ask her?
What's up? We're raiding the Blacksite. Want to come loot the place?
He stops. He stops and starts. Oh. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm in the right. Stops again. Mindset right now to be working with Lucine. He gets up.
Oh.
I'll be in my workshop if you need me. That CEO walks out and towards the lab. Elizabeth, Sniper Girl. She's heading. Sniper Girl.
Alexis.
No,
It was
Elizabeth.
Alexis. Kira was asking Alexis.
No, he was asking Elizabeth.
No, Kira was asking Elizabeth.
Oh.
We can't bring Alexis because Coast forgot to upgrade her stat block.
Okay, so it's looking like a nobody then. Okay, let's see how. That should be fine.
Unless someone wants to actively try and grab Elizabeth.
Now Elizabeth is yeah, turn blood away. Okay, so Sylvan, you good? You good now? One more minute. Okay. Okay, I know what to do now. We've seen describe the teleport ritual. Let me swap over back to the under Boston map. Lucy, describe the teleport room and describe how the spell works for me.
So Lucina's basically at this point just co-opted an empty lab, carved an intricate circle into the ground, filled the lines with chalk, the works. It is about as stereotypical magic circle you can get without being like an actual friggin' pentagram.
Okay.
It's quietly glowing a light red, like, not like dangerous red, more like fiery red because that's kind of her magic color.
Mm-hmm.
She's got it prepped at this point and is still mid-cast.
Okay.
Assuming everyone comes into the room in the circle with her as the approaching time, Lucine starts finishing her chant, and then everything goes white, teleportation go brr.
Okay, so as everything goes white, you can all feel space warp. It's like a vertigo. If
It's not
vertigo,
really a warp as much as we were there, and now we are here. There's not travel. It's just bullshit. Fuck you, I'm magic.
it's magic. Let me describe the magic. Let me describe the magic.
Okay.
It still feels for that. It still feels like vertigo for that. Every sense basically just for that brief second feels like just vertigo. And then the party appears in the middle of a forested clearing where there's a large hill with a big fucking that has a big fucking doorway dug into a couple little gun slots and all that proper Blacksite looking ass place, the place that Miskin described. There's nobody here, and I'll say it's like noon right now for maximum visibility, which looks more like dusk or late afternoon, maybe even dusk, due to all the dragon factor being pumped into the air. So the clearing is dark and quiet. The trees and the plant life look tired. Sickly leaves and branches drooping, not dying, but not getting as much energy as they want or need.
And this place looks like shit.
Even the grass beneath your feet, how you care to look at it, is not doing too hot. It's alive, but not pleasantly so. When you look
The
up,
time we spend here, I'd say the better.
When you look up to the sky, there's no acid rain. There's no signs of this being from the water arc dragon, if that's what you all are assuming it is. The sky is just dark, cloudy with the dragon factor. The sunbeams still struggling to get through. You guys keep forgetting. Stygian stars,
Yellowstone principle.
yeah, the Stygian stars fucking blood, basically eating at the fucking sunlight the planet's getting. You guys keep forgetting that.
I mean, Toast, it's never come up before.
Yes, it has. I keep bringing. I keep bringing it up when you guys keep describing. You guys keep doing shit. I keep describing it as like
You haven't.
I could have sworn I had been.
I think it's something that you keep forgetting to mention.
Yeah,
Guessing from my own experience, forgetting to mention details as a DM.
That's one of my
No,
attempts.
she's mentioned it. We've just never really thought of it as anything beyond flavor before.
Well, or just it's the Yellowstone principle. Shocker.
Yeah, it's basically what it's doing. The door is there. The door is there. Michigan's pretty sure you also be able to just get it open for your magic bullshit, or if you I just blowing it up. You should be able to just blow it up and get free if you absolutely have to. Though, if you would recommend not blowing it up just in case you guys set up teleport circles and ask how long can use this place as an outpost or whatever for later on.
So
All
this is the
right.
vault door.
Keep something in there.
All right, if we're not trying to blow it up, Ashley, your time to shine.
Just what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm going to go up to it and see if I can try to open the lock with some tools. Let's see,
And
where's...
Kirov's going to try and find a vantage point to keep watch from.
Okay, give me a second to answer
Yep,
Aya's
see,
question in
is
the chat.
fine.
Give me.
While Ashley is prepping, Lucine is getting everyone's buffs up.
Give me a second. I'm doing something. Give me a sec. Okay, it's nothing. Never mind. So,
Hey, Kos, how thick is the door?
let me describe it first. So, as you look forward, the door doesn't like a conventional lock. It has like it has like a keypad lock. Well, if you're to
All
say-
right, then I'll just attempt to use my electrical tools instead of my lockpicking kit. I'm pretty sure that still fails a check by a sizable margin, though.
It actually doesn't, because there's no one here. There's no time pressure.
Oh, I can just take a 20 on it.
Yes.
I mean, a take
10.
a take 10 should be plenty.
Yeah, but if the icon is anything to go by, that's a hefty CR thinking out
will
of
be enough.
character.
35 will be enough.
Conveniently, that is what I get with taking 10.
That's why. Yes. That's why. Yes. Yes. I was looking at your
convenient.
bonus.
How convenient,
So first,
Ashley thinks.
So first up, I'll establish Kiro's spot first. So Kiro, I'll just say you're just perched on top of one of the bigger fallen trees as you look over the area.
Yep.
You notice there are footprints. Old ones, human-sized. When you get close to one and actually look down and look at it, you're reminded of the descriptions of the footprints. I think it was Lucine who found them down in the mall. Lucine or Sion.
And it was
That was
Okay.
a while ago. Refresh my
Aye.
memory.
Cultist, the cult, the other cult, the bad cult, the worst cult.
Heading away or towards the...
It looks like from what you can tell, it looks like they surrounded the place, then left.
This can't be good.
You
know those cult footprints we found back at the mall? It looks like they've been around here and have probably done some kind of fucky ritual.
More interestingly, when you look to the door, you notice that the fortification. Yeah, you see all that as well. You notice that the fortification, well, the door itself is fine. You'd wager that thing is battleship grade, right? If this is working on what the kind of shit that Michigan thinks it's working on. The fortifications around that, on closer inspection in the dim lighting, do seem to be pretty banged up, smashed, burned, etc. It looks like the cult might have tried to brute force their way and then fucked off when they couldn't.
Once Lucine has the buff, except for haste, because she's casting that one right on entry because it's turns rather than minutes. She'll give a quick Arcana knowledge arcane lore check just to see if there's anything important.
Okay, you. In the traces of the magic, you can, well, like burns, you can see like the traces of them using dragon factor for the for magical oomph. Or oomph. You'd wager they probably could have burst through the door, but it looks like they were pressed for time for some reason, so they just didn't have enough time to do it after the first salvo.
Oh. I guess they probably had limited manpower and needed to deal with several spots at once. Frankly, I don't get why a mall mattered, considering they are, compared to this.
There's a lot of people in the mall. Yeah, Ashley succeeds, so.
They don't need bodies. They never needed bodies.
Yeah, also, you only found one pair down in the mall, I will point out. Anyway, so.
Even then, that's one pair that I think could have been used far better elsewhere. But if they're incompetent, I will not.
Anyways, Ashley, so.
Cult does not mean incompetent.
No, but it does mean they're fucking. No, but it does mean their priorities are can be really weird anyway. So, Ashley, as you start poking around the you manage to start to open up. You manage to after a couple moments of poking things around, jiggering, doing your tech stuff. You manage to get the door to start opening. A couple pins release, each of a puff of pressurized air, and then as it slowly grinds open, I'm gonna need you to do a reflex save.
Oh boy! I sure do love making reflex saves when I open a lock. I mean this unironically.
Okay, yeah, you managed to stay on your feet as wind just rushes past you, whistling as gust after gust after gust after gust of wind flows into the open door. I'm going to assume
it was pressurized.
No, it doesn't. No, it's not. No, it's not that. If it was pressurized, you get one gust. This is a long, constant breeze after breeze after breeze. Ashley, you dimly realize that there was no air inside of the door area.
That's concerning.
That is... Yeah.
No, that makes sense for a lot of biological research institutes.
Oh, actually,
They use negative pressure to make sure nothing gets out.
that actually does make sense. Shit. Thank you, dear.
I shake your head. No, that's less concerning and more interesting. As you all speak, Michigan comes in over the radio. It is. But how low the pressure was is a sign of concern. It's low pressure, yes, but it being a flat-out vacuum isn't intended to be part of the design unless the purge. He stops for a second. I know some of the biowarfare related sites have protocols meant to vacuum as much of the facility as possible. It's
Of course, it wasn't going to be this easy.
It's entirely possible. possible that one of those was activated, but with you opening the door, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if air started returning to the facility, but do be careful. On the plus side, if they did vacuum themselves out, I don't think they'll have to deal with any draconids at the absolute least. No dragon factor, they get to the corpses and
Yeah, but no bacteria to decay them to the point of unusability either.
That's true. Be on your guard as you head down there. We've seen this fucked up and I love that. Anyway, so past the door itself is a pretty stereotypical.
Lucina, what?
Lucina's fucked up and I like it. Anyway, let me finish describing. So, past the big
I just
giant
couldn't hear
metal,
what you said.
past the giant big metal doom door, is a stereotypical black-looking Blacksite foyer thing with a big ass elevator in the back. When Ashley pokes the elevator itself is not locked at this point. You're not sure if it's because the lock is broken, was overridden, or simply because they were counting on the fact they had a battleship grade door out front.
Alright, I will say, if we end up going down the elevator, Ashley will take a moment to grab her mini robot out of her backpack.
So the elevator is the only way down. There are no stairs. Probably so the other side of the elevator could act as a choke point.
Makes sense.
Man, OSHA would have their asses.
OSHA would have their asses.
They had bigger problems than OSA.
Yes, but I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to make fun of it.
If only we could sick OSHA on the Archdragons.
Unfortunately, OSA has been eaten.
We should find out if there's a dragon OSHA.
There is not. I will confirm out of character. There is not dragon OSA. The dragons don't care. You die. That's a skill issue.
No. Dragon OSHA is what Lucine will make eventually. Kind of, sort of, not really.
I think the Dragonoids should fight for labor rights. And the dragons.
They should just unionize.
They try to get eaten anyway, so the dragons still live in no fear of the IRS. No, they hate the IRS.
I imagine that's just what we're chatting about on the elevator ride.
Yes. Yeah, you get down to the elevator. The elevator is like 5 minutes to get down there. You're not sure if it's because it's slower. You're pretty sure it's because it's just that fucking slow. Slow in order to give the defenders time to respond. Because from what Michigan told you, at most the first layer is the first layer.
If it's a big ass cargo elevator, it's probably just because inertia is a bitch.
Yeah, and that. John is conspicuously silent, of course, but yes, the elevator is slow. After a couple minutes, it hits down the ground with a big thunk, and the doors slowly start to rattle you open. So let me move you guys into the bunkers, the underground map. I have focused on the soldier as the door opens. Golden squares the elevators. The doors on the side open up, revealing dim steel hallways colored by a. You can see flickering lights in the corners. Let me drag it onto the GM layer. Give me a second. They're just barely turn. They're called turn off, but they're really just barely turn on. Just providing just enough light for you guys to see, and not an iota more. More pressingly, there are bodies on the floor. There are a lot of bodies.
Finishes her cast.
There are a lot of bodies on the floor by the elevator. Each and every single one of them looks like they were trying to get on, but they're just on the ground, dead. What's the radius on light? I need to know that. What's the radius on light? I need to know that. What's the radius? what's the... doesn't Blade of Light... Well, let's just use the, Doesn't Blade of Light... Well, let's just use Radius for Blade of Light. Because you're going to be spamming it. I know how you are.
Ghost, did you assign Blade of Light a radius?
I'm pretty sure I did. I know it glows. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me double check. Give me a second. I'm gonna go check Sophia's stat block. Give me a second.
Ashley's gonna turn on the flashlight that she duct taped to her mini robot a while ago.
Fuck,
Lucine has a flashlight attachment on Shamash still.
Okay, I forgot to put what is down. I'm just gonna
I
slap a
can
20-foot. I'm just gonna slap a 20-foot aura onto Miho. Don't worry about it. Smile.
I can see literally everything within 30, 60 feet.
Yeah, you can in
Just 50
fact see
feet.
literally everything, including all the dead bodies.
Oh, I suppose someone wasn't hungry today.
You looked at when you look at them. Some of them, a lot of them have have lips that started to go blue, but on closer inspection, you don't think it was a lack of oxygen that killed them. A lot of them looked like caved-in chests.
Yeah.
Well, let's be real. We knew there was going to be an enemy in here.
But I mean like their lungs caved in.
I'll just look at all
No,
these
so it
dead
was rapid
bodies and
pressure.
hope it's a sign that there's nothing that decided to eat them.
But the bodies don't get up. The dragon factor tainted air. They don't get up. They don't turn the dragon. They don't try to go. They're just there, dead.
Oh, okay, so because there's no air, there's no dragon factor. No dragon factor, no draconids.
Heya frowns. Looks like they died from the vacuum.
That's actually big.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
but now that
that's
we've opened it
pressure
up,
going
they might
down.
eventually start turning.
But we don't care about them. A few more draconids is just a few more materials. Yes, Lucine is suggesting corpse defilement.
Io treats. Okay, so Io, your treat injury. That's gonna be good enough for this purpose. You don't need to worry about that. It looks like they died from the It looks like they died from the air getting sucked out of their lungs so fast. Their lungs all caved in for most of them. Some of the harder ones survived a little bit longer before a mixture of that and the air deprivation took them out.
I'm going to point out that whatever created a vacuum has to have been an enemy if this place didn't have vacuum setups already.
More pressingly, you notice that despite the fact that the air you are bringing in has a dragon factor in it, the corpses aren't reacting. They're not turning. They're not getting up and kill you. They're just dead.
That is actually a little... Well, I guess how much dragon factor does it take to turn someone?
Everyone
Or
you've seen turned pretty quickly after they die, I will note. Like within 30 seconds of their death.
Yeah, Lucine is just expecting an enemy because that's just how shit works at this point.
Alright, while everyone is getting a good fill...
The steel gray is the map. Give me a sec to make that more clear. Apologies.
While everyone's taking in the sights, Ashley is going to tech out her robot and kind of have it move around whatever passageways she can find and get a sense of the lay of the land.
From the looks of it, from what you can tell, this map, the layout of this floor appears to be a figure 8. Commander Mystican's voice comes in through the radio again. From the looks of it, it looks like this floor was mostly for... If I had to wager, paper, data storage, and perhaps non-volatile research. Everything volatile will be stored on the floor below, but you'd have in the elevator because that's likely on the opposite side of the floor.
Well, let's head across the floor then. We know where we need to go.
Before we do
I
that,
should ask, is there anything of note besides these two doors and the layout that I notice from the robot doing a sweep?
From the robot, so the robot goes around and looks stuff. So, first up, there are two big fucking airlock doors here. Yeah, give me a sec. I'll let Sylvan talk in a moment. I'm just answering asks. You find the elevator.
All right.
The elevator shaft is fucking empty.
Noted.
The robot
It's like
pans
another
its
bit.
camera down. The elevator is at the bottom of the elevator shaft. Pans the camera up. You see the cord is gone. You see blast marks.
Lovely.
Did we ever bother to learn feather falling? Lucian asks Sion.
I'm pretty sure I do, at least. Yeah. I
Oh.
Well, again, we share
Yeah, we
all
both-
our spells.
It's like 60 feet down. It is a big. It's like 60 feet down. It is a big drop.
Yeah, that's what feather falling is built for.
Also, I didn't make a
Even-
map for down there. I didn't make a map for down there.
Oh, okay, you're telling us don't go down.
It's because
Different story.
yes.
Yeah, I was about to go. Oh, there's probably a ladder for maintenance,
Yeah, no,
and
the elevator.
some way that Ash can figure out to get in.
No,
Curse,
the
if you
elevator
don't want us
the
down
elevator
there,
being
just
fucked is
power-
to be. You can't go down there.
I was going to say that if you wanted us to not go down there, you could have said that at the very bottom you can actually see that it's mostly obstructed by rubble.
Well, it is. It is like basically. It looks like what happened is the elevator, the cord exploded. The elevator was dropped, and that also exploded when it hit the ground.
Makes sense. Anyway, so Sion is going to cast Arcane Sight on herself just to make sure there's nothing magical about any of these corpses.
There is nothing magical about the corpses.
And just to double check, since undead can come from several magic and non-magic sources, she's going to cast Disrupt Undead on one of them,
Nothing
which
happens.
is just shooting a ray of positive energy at them.
Nothing happens. They're just dead.
Okay, at that point, she walks by one and kicks it in the head, and otherwise goes about her business.
Yeah, awesome. When you put the light switch, you notice it's like on a scroll wheel. Dude, it does nothing. It looks like all the lights were damaged by the vacuum, and the vacuum. If you want them to work properly, you're going to need to have someone repair them.
Okay, repairs department.
Vacuum pressure. But by the air getting sucked down and pulling on wires and smashing shit, basically. Basically, the place got decompressed, and now the light compressed and fucked up the wires. That's basically what happened.
Violently decompressed.
So, what are the chances this decompression was magical?
It's not supposed to be magical.
Oh, I just thought there might be an easy way to handwave stuff. That doesn't make sense.
I'm not 100% sure on decompression works. So I'm trying to go with something that sounds plausible. I'm sorry, Io. I apologize for making you seem that it doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make it work for us. I was just thinking, air gets sucked out really violently. That probably would pulse it out and fuck shit up, wouldn't it? That was just my logic. I am sorry.
Look, at this point, I'm just throwing. I am holding the Mystery Science Theater 3000 mantra in hand.
Yes, it is a hardened military Blacksite. That's why the lights still work despite this. The lights still work. They just can't be turned on to higher settings. That's why you can still see. They work. You just work if you just want to go to actual higher settings that are better than basically middle of the night. You have to repair them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, actually, Sion is going to do something stupid.
What is he going to do?
Oh dear.
He's going to pour a quarter of a vial of Draconid blood onto one of the corpses. Specifically the one she kicked the head of.
The soaked section just gets soaked and turns black, and nothing happens. It doesn't get up. It's just dead.
She
Oh!
shoved him
Can
with
you
an acid
hold our
splash
pain
on
more
it,
on
to be sure.
why that didn't work?
Yes.
That is very notable.
Is it because the soul's long since gone?
It is in fact because From what I always Lucine, you are actually pretty sure it's because the soul is in fact long gone.
Makes sense.
I think the dice just hate you, Io. I think the dice just hate you. At the least you'll get a 4 next time?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. If you had to guess, it looks like in order to make a Draconoid or you presume a dragon, it looks like the dragon factor needs the soul to still be present. Likely why all the transformations happen pretty quickly after death.
Sense. I'll point out this is more towards Lucine's opinion of this is not going to be reversible. Because that means it is, in fact, consuming and relying upon the soul.
You don't know how it works, Miles.
At that point, Sion, if that was explicitly said, if it wasn't, she wouldn't say anything, but if she did, she would say that by that logic, the Archdragon shouldn't have had a soul for the Avatar to destroy.
Io baps Sion on the head. We're not going to desecrate these bodies any
Lucine
further.
did not say that out loud.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sion has been bapped on the head.
Aww.
There are 2 big fucking doors in the center corridor of this floor, both of which you can't get. They're both closed, and they both seem to be airlocked as well.
Oh. Airlocked, huh? Much appreciated. All right, party vote on which door to open first.
South or north? Which one are you opening? Vibes in the background. Also, this music does not fit. Give me a second. I forgot to change the music like a dumbass.
You're the one who left it on!
I called myself a dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, I intend to open both. It's just a matter of which first.
Oh, this is Seventh Dragon.
7th Dragon 2020.
In the absence
I just
of
knew it
party
because-
votes, I will go for the north one first.
Okay, so you open
Lucine
the
does
north
not
door.
exactly give a shit because it's a
So
game.
you open the north door, it hisses open, some of the air rushes through.
I am going to try my best to open it such that I'm not directly in front of the opening.
Understandable. You managed to do that. When you all peek your head through, you see a computer.
Mhm.
You see two guys in armor who are both dead on the ground. You see a guy in the chair. You see a guy in the chair in front of the computer, also dead. In what looks like very important clothes. If you click on his token, you can in fact see that he is dead.
Lucine's still stuck on why the armor?
This is like a military.
Probably the security personnel.
Yeah, they have like security on their armor. These are the guards.
Clearly, we must test if this body is alive too.
Do any of you? So are you guys gonna like actually look at the bodies?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay, so you look at so you notice both of the guards. They did not die from their lungs getting sucked out or suffocation. They both of them had their face guards up, and they both died to a bullet in between the eyes.
Sabotage.
There is a pistol in between the arms of in the hand on the body on the chair.
Who said it was sabotage? I think it's much more likely suicide pact. Once they were trapped.
The guy in the
only
chair also
fact
has a
was
gun
the
salt wound
motive-
in his head. Yes.
Ugh.
Like, I do not blame them for the suicide. One bit.
So the computer is still. So the computer is actually still on, just on the lock screen.
Actually, do the thing!
Alright. Well, if it's still powered, might as well see what kind of info I can get out of it.
As you walk by, Ashley, you notice the guy has a name. You notice the guy has a name tag like awkwardly shoved into his collar.
Oh, I am going to take a peek at that name tag, actually.
This was site director Albert. Give me a sec so I can make sure you guys
Site-
actually see his name. Give me a sec. No. IO sign gently takes the helmet off the guards and closes their eyes. Rest in peace, you unknown soldiers. Site director Albert is dead in his chair. Diagnosis: self-inflicted via gunshot wound to the head. So,
Just looking at what Miho typed in the chat.
yeah, you look at his card. You look at his card, you flip it over. It looks like there's a barcode on the back. It also looks like he scratched that barcode out with a knife.
The scene's respect for the man goes up slightly.
Very well then.
Good
Suppose
odds
I
that
should
was
take-
some kind of scan key card from two-factor.
Well, I suppose as long as this computer is still powered, we might as well see what kind of stuff we can get from it.
Yeah, you also notice there's like a chute in the ground up next to it. You wager that's probably for moving stuff in between the floors without going through the big fucking elevator.
Right, I have a computer use bonus of 22, so a take 10 will be a 32.
Okay, it takes you like I'm gonna say it takes you like 30 minutes to get through the to figure it out, and you figure it out mostly because you take a long look at the keys and manage to figure out which ones are pressed the most. But eventually, you manage to put in the password. Open it up. Open up. There's a bunch of folders, a bunch of files, but immediately one draws your attention. The recording on the security cameras. It looks like it was meant to be attached to a second monitor, but you don't see the second monitor. You look around a little bit more. You find it on the floor. You wager it might have gotten smashed or thrown, whatever during whatever happened. So you press the button. So you press it up. It pulls open a bunch of video recordings, but the most recent one draws your attention. It's on the exact date that the star ripped its way out of the Earth. The day the world ended. Do you play it?
Well, of course.
Okay, so there's a bunch of the recordings going on. This one specifically seems to be for this room. You see site director Albert typing on something, signing some papers with the two security guards behind them, and then an alarm goes off. You don't recognize the warning. You don't recognize the sound. It's not one you've heard. It's not one like any standardized sort of alarm. It's a very shrill, pierce noise that goes very high up, very low down, very high up, very low down in a very distinctive pattern I can't make right now.
Oh, that does sound like a unique alarm.
So more like an air raid siren.
Yeah. All three of them, other men in the room jerk up. You get a look at Albert's face. He's a middle-aged looking dude, balding, balding, square brown glasses, brown eyes. Looks like he could just be any other dude on the street if he was in his casual clothes. He frowns, clasps a necklace in between, what looks to be a cross necklace in between his hanging from his neck for a second before rotating his chair to the side and pressing a button that appears to be not tied to the PE system. Attention all personnel. If you are, that alarm is not a drill. You can see that as he says that and he moves out of the way of the camera, you can see that there's a big fucking pop-up on the computer, which, from the looks of it, seems to be well, it shows a black cloud spreading out from New York City, with the city and rapidly covering the United States of America, then beyond, labeled Threat DR Alpha.
They knew? They had a clue?
Juicy.
This alarm is not
You
a
need to
drill.
find-
Let me repeat, this alarm is not a drill. As we speak, the anomalous biohazard threat codenamed DR Alpha is rapidly spreading across the planet. As we speak, a mass casualty event on a global scale is occurring. You notice on one of the other security feeds, as he's saying that, you can see figures in black robes with white, draconic masks walking out of the forest, guns in hand. This event was not natural. This event was likely caused. Individuals that benefit from it have pierced the perimeter and are surrounding the facility as we speak. He stops for a second. Our research here cannot be allowed to fall into their hands. For those who survive, this could determine the difference between if they have a chance of reclaiming the planet, or if they do not. As such, I am ordering protocols. Let me just double check the protocols book burn and protocol void out. All non-encrypted files as well as all on-site copies of the encryption keys are to be destroyed. Destroyed as of immediately. In 5 minutes.
That's annoying.
All the doors have now been locked and airlocked. He says, having pressed a big red button in a glass case next to him, have been locked and airlocked. In 5 minutes, all of the air in the facility will be sucked into a specialized room on the lower layer. Lower layer and drop to such temperatures that it liquefies in order to deal with the pressure. None of us will be going home. I am sorry that it came to this, but we cannot afford them to take even one of us. We cannot afford this cult, this organization, to gain access to our research into empowering the human body. Not when they will misuse it to create an army of monsters to slaughter those who survive. He stops for a second. It was nice knowing all of you, and it was nice working with you. It is my hope that those who survive include at least one person who know about this facility, so that they may find this place and be able to turn this research towards the end for what it was meant for, ensuring the survival of mankind. He tears up a little bit. Again, I am sorry. Director out.
Lucine is making some sort of sign over her chest. Like, it's not a cross. She doesn't even really know what it is. She just feels respect is
Once he cuts off the comms, he spins his chair around. The guards finally appear to be moving, saying, maybe appearing to going to protest. They're starting to raise their guns up towards him. 2 shots. Bang, bang. They both fall to the ground and dead. I am sorry. You can hear him over the cameras in the room's recordings before he spins the chair around again. Pulls his key card out, grabs a knife from a drawer, and quickly slashes it out before shoving it back into his coat. Then he sits on the chair, rests his pistol in between his eyes, and pulls the trigger as the video footage ends, and you start hearing the hissing of the air being sucked out. Outside, the cultists unleash a barrage of magic and firearms upon the vault door, and while they see damage to surrounding fortifications, they don't manage to pierce their way through. Once the assault is done and they see the door is still turning, you can see one of them, a slightly taller one with a golden mask instead of a white one, shakes their head, gestures with their hands for the rest to head back, and they just disappear into the forest. Dying, Io brings her. And she does have a symbol of faith from all of her cleric stuff. I think that might be able to work just for how much faith she's put into it. It's magical, so let's just hand wave it for now.
No, I was curious / confused.
Dying,
By the way, Coast.
Anyways, let me describe what Io said first, so the people who are listening can hear. Dying, Io brings out her ritual focus and, planting it on the floor, she sits down. Now, say your bit hereof.
So there's basically a whole bunch of liquid oxygen under this facility that set off. Best let Michigan know to disarm that whole problem.
As you mentioned that, Michigan's voice comes in through again. That's how the facility. Ashley.
Yeah.
There should be a directory in the director's computer to bring up samples from the lower labs in pressurized containers.
Oh, Ashley is snooping all over the computer now.
Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, let me pause the music. Apologies. Sions. Yeah. If you guys want to talk, just talk when I'm not describing. Just let me know when I need to pause.
Okay. Theon does quietly whisper, "May they be received with honor in the halls of their ancestors," bowing her head slightly for a moment before returning to her normal posture.
Ashley, as you look at the computer, you managed to get a pretty good picture of what they were working on.
All right.
So there was the super soldiers. There's the super soldier serum you mentioned. Project. Let's call it Myrmidon.
Project Myrmidon.
That's the one. From the looks of it, it seemed to be focused on strengthening the human body, allowing soldiers to carry bigger weaponry, and all around just fight better.
Big gun juice.
Yes. More importantly,
I like the sound of that.
More importantly, you notice they have one working sample. Not one possibly working sample. Not one sample that might work. One
for sure working.
One confirmed to work a dose.
All right. What kind of information can I?
You might want to poke in the chat, Kos.
Oh, I see that. I'll give that a moment once Ashley's done poking through. Yes, you also see the bunch of the files related to our they are in some kind of cipher that hurts cipher. When you look at it and try to read it, you think it might just fucking be able. It might have to be read in all 4 directions at once. Whatever. This is some high tech cipher bullshit. Like, you open the file and it's just gibberish. You do not have the code to uncode it into workable information.
Can anyone cast Mend on the keycard?
That's a good idea, but let me finish this for everyone else who's in there. However, as you page through, it looks like Project Myrmidon wasn't the only thing they were on. You see a couple mentions towards a bioweapon called bioweapon seemingly nicknamed Saint George. When you poke into research for it, what it seems to have meant to do was it was meant to be a bacteria that when they came to contact with the Dragon Factor, or as they call it, Threat DR Beta. It would
Getting some
combust.
SCP vibes.
It would combust. It would correction. It would exude combustible chemicals. From the looks of it, it was intended to flood a dragon's body, filter the brim of combustible chemicals, and then use the dragon's own fever response to ignite them and blow the damn dragon up.
Lucina is going to ask that if we get a sample of this, do not use it until it can be duplicated.
Ashley's like already thinking, okay, how much of this information can I get on our personal devices to be brought back to base?
You can get I'll say you can get everything important. However, you also notice, however, that you notice that all the sample statuses read the same thing: destroyed.
Good to have archives of the information.
Yes. Besides the Saint George bacterium, they're all. Here, you also find the site's mission statement.
All right.
It's a bunch of legalese, so I don't have a write up of it. Unfortunately, I forgot. I totally didn't forget to make the write up of the mission statement.
I wouldn't even expect a DM to do a
legalese,
full write up of
military jargon.
It's a mix. From the looks of it, this Blacksite was funded not by the old guard and the higher ups of the military or whatever, but by a newer general, some newer people in some of the services. From the looks of it, people who were aware that the Stygian call existed, knew that magic existed, put 2 and 2 together, and decided this was a problem that they needed to prepare for.
And of course, could convince
grabbing
enough.
info on who they were to pass to Michigan.
What did you say, Erie? I didn't hear you.
Lucine is grabbing information on who these people were to pass to Michigan, who might be able to know. No one competent would fund only one project.
All their names are redacted, unfortunately. Likely in case the call got infiltrators sent to here specifically, so they didn't get assassins sent after them.
Well, I guess I know what I'm going to pull Bibliolilia on next.
God damn it, Yuri. Okay, now it's finally time to get
something else that's kind of like going through my mind, and this probably isn't something that's necessarily going to be expanded on, is a general probably isn't going to get a whole base built on their own. The general probably managed to convince other parties.
I did mention Secret Service and other
True.
It was a military guy and other people as well. It was It wasn't just one dude.
Yeah, bunch of other connections that Ashley can't really think of a use to look into, but probably good to have the information available.
Yeah, more pressingly, but
Yeah.
those appear to be what the three things that this site was working on. Wait, did I mention what the third thing was? St. George. No, I
No.
ADHD. Okay, the third thing. What appeared to have been attempts to make effectively a immune booster versus the dragon factor. However, what you tell they just couldn't get it to work with what few old samples of dragon's blood they had access to. They couldn't get it to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's do Io's thing because that's been waiting. Clasping her hands in prayer, something she hasn't done in ages, she whispers, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done as on earth as it is in heaven." Shaking her head, she cuts off Lord's prayer, whispering, "I can't even remember the rest, honestly. But I can't let you rest quite yet, just like Director Albert. We need that information, and I know how to get it." Focusing magic in her body, she calls on the soul of the long-deceased man. "Hark, Albert, the sires of the United States of America need you and your wisdom. I call on your spirit so you may tell of what to search for." As you cast
Ashley is like,
as you cast the spell, you reach. Your reach doesn't go up. It doesn't go down. It doesn't go beyond. It goes sideways. You feel your magic brush against something. Close. And then, give me a second.
Oh boy.
And then Ashley, I'm going to assume your robot's outside, right? With Kirov?
yeah.
Kirov. You see movement. You look your head down the corridor in the flickering light. A shadow figure. Then another. And another. And another. And another. And another. One for every corpse you've seen so far. All staring at you. Watching. Before as one, they open their mouths and start to scream. Get out! The shadow figures start to warp and meld together as you can see little crystals start forming in the air, then melting into the darkness. A serpentine
Contact.
A serpentine form with 4 eyes ablazing, whispering darkness fleeing from the light. Growling, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" Everyone roll initiative.
Oh boy. Also, at the moment Kirov yelled contact, Lucine got the last 2 buffs up on her and Io.
Oh, right, I forgot to open up the I'm dumb. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, goddamn it. Everyone stop. I forgot to clear the initiative. Give me a second. Okay, boop. Okay.
Mood.
Okay, the highest is 12, so I'm going to delete everything that's not a 12. Okay, so IO 12, Kirov. Okay, yeah. Now the order's clear. 5. I'll sort that in a second when we have the dragon's turn.
Wow, we all rolled like shit.
Doesn't matter, dude. How the boss works.
Alright, I already have a funny idea.
Not done yet. So
I already have a hunch as to what its gimmick is, so this might do a really funny thing.
yeah. So the serpentine liquid mass of shadow fills the hall with you. Four purple hell-light eyes glaring towards Kirov as it repeats one word of many and then 2 words of many, many voices. Get out. And then, let me see, let me double check its movement. Give me a second. I need to open a stat block and a new tab. I need to copy the base stat. Give me a second. No, your spell broke, Io. Your spell broke. Basically, what happened is you poked it and you found a bunch of ghosts. You cast Detect Dead and you found like 500. And you found a bunch of ghosts that just turned into one giant monster.
Speak with dead.
Speak of Dead, yeah. Cool. Spooky, also cool music. Yes, exactly, Zal. Seventh Dragon has good tunes. This is let me read it again. Wrong tab. Give me a second. Blah, blah, blah. Yotsuya Moon Cemetery for Seventh Dragon.
Initiative order.
Wait, okay.
I see you spoke with Dead. Dead decided to be quite chatty.
Shadowy mass lumbers towards Kirov, seemingly not caring about the walls or the floor or much of anything. Check me up. Kirov, what's your touch AC?
I don't think touch AC is a thing in modern.
Defense minus armor, basically. That's what it is. Defense minus armor.
No, it's absolutely.
What do you mean?
Like 20?
Touch defense and D20 is defense minus armor, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. So it is a thing.
Yeah.
Wow, I have higher touch than your. Well, I guess that's not surprising considering Eel's dex.
Yeah, Eel fast.
Yeah.
The Dex character has a higher touch than the Strength character. That makes perfect sense.
So does a 24 hit then?
Yeah.
So. So. A arm, thin, whispering, not fitting the monster before you, flicks out from the darkness and slaps you across the face. You lose 3 points of strength for the next 24 hours.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it's doing.
Miho, I would advise holding back so I can try my thing out.
What thing out?
Neo's turn.
Also, it should
If
not
it's
be
a shadow.
Miho.
First up, 1% time.
Yeah, if it's made of shadows, I'm gonna try chucking a flashbang at it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Also, you didn't fix the initiative order.
We didn't give. Oh, am I stupid? Oh,
Yes,
it's
John,
Cayman's
be
turn.
first.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's Cayman's turn. Give me a moment to fix. I apologize for being incredibly stupid.
Yeah,
I
because
feel like it.
Sylvan's after me directly too.
Give me a sec. I'm fight. R20 has decided to be uncooperative bastard tonight. I apologize. There we go. Now it's right.
Okay.
So it's John's turn actually.
Alright, I'm gonna double check something.
Us holding our turn won't actually do that much for you, Kirov, if you are planning on flashbanging, because you're so far down on the initiative order.
Alright,
Most
John is
To you
going
because you're a
to.
melee character.
What was that?
It's mostly you because you're the melee character.
Fair enough. John, what was that?
John is going to cast Magic Weapon on his 5/7.
Understandable.
And then?
And then?
And then Surge, so he can move here and shoot the thing with his 5/7.
Make your attack roll.
And I'm doing a double tap, so hang on.
Okay.
I am going to AP that.
Okay.
Because,
Give me a second trying to find stat block again. It actually doesn't have that good armor class. You'll see why.
yes, but I not won.
Yes.
So you AP 25.
23.
23.
I meant for the damage. Give me a second. I need to do math in the background.
The HP bars are visible, by the way.
It is treated as a +1 weapon.
Oh, give me a sec to make the bars visible. I apologize. I'm dumb.
Yes, it bypasses magic for damage resistance, if that matters, guys.
Okay, so. Give me a sec to just do a quick little bit of math in the background.
Actually, the
Flaming
Z20
bullets,
modern...
which are from magic.
So, you shoot it.
Bypasses DR slash +1.
So, you shoot it. Your bullet flies through the air. Easily slamming into the dragon's side. And the dragon's body, the bullet goes right through. Only a little bit of through, rippling and however, its body ripples and flows out of the way as the magic bullet slams into it, so it doesn't take as much damage as it would be. Magic weapons alone do half damage, essentially.
Oh, great! It's incorporeal rules.
So none of Kirov's weapons will do shit.
There is a way for you guys to hurt it. I'm not that mean.
Oh yeah, I do have a flashlight on my pistol.
That's not the gun you're using.
If that is the gun I'm using.
Oh wait, is he at 5 after 7? Oh, that is the gun you're using. The pistol is that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me change that. So you point your flashlight at the drag. It fucking hisses, growls at you. The fluid-like body, the part you light up, turns solid, and you shoot it.
Hey, I have a question.
Breaking its absolute defense in this case, then.
And John will say,
Okay, so what I have planned is gonna work.
Keep a light on it at all times.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Which direction is my mini robot facing? I'm guessing it's facing north, because it does have a flashlight that's currently on.
It is facing north.
Who knows if it actually goes that far, though?
Let me check how far a regular flashlight shines.
Yeah, do that for me.
Yeah.
Io
That's what I was.
It is now Io's turn.
Oh god. His sword is shining with light.
That's
That's
why I said this fight has multiple ways to deal with it.
Light bathing,
Light bathing.
sorry, answering a question.
It's fine.
Light bathing the shadow dragon as a blade of light shines in Eel's hand. Yes, that was a pun. That was a pun on the name of a certain Fire Emblem game. With strength, she can only summon 3 times a day. Action surge. Eel grips her sword in two hands, as if calling upon the legend written in that story that she so enjoys, before attacking. Well, what's my bab? 10. Okay, 3 times.
Did you account for haste?
Yes, I don't get 3 attacks until level 11.
Yeah, she doesn't get 3 BAB attacks until 11, so
Okay.
3 attacks is what she gets
Give me a double check something.
because of haste.
Oh. Fun fact, it's immune to massive damage.
That's honestly fine. It's literally a ghost as far as she can tell.
Right. No. This seems entirely practical.
Oh damn, that's a
But is it
26.
vulnerable to radiant?
No
It's
radiant.
radiant untyped.
No. Okay, no. So here's how radiant. Radiant just automatically fucking ignores the fact that it's fucking the fact that it's incorporeal.
It's not a weakness, got it?
Yeah, no. Basically,
So-
your sword makes it vulnerable to other people.
So, the line from John to the point on the Shadow Dragon is how far a regular flashlight goes.
Give me a second to calculate damage.
Eel's aura is all light, by the way. There is still a ball of light on her shoulders.
81
I will say,
total.
So your attacks rip chunks of the Shadow Dragon out of its body, blackened liquid flinging through the air and evaporating the moment it leaves the radius of the light, forcing it to retain some physical form.
Eel says, "You are not the one I called."
Now it's Sion's turn, I believe.
Well, she is going to stroll out, look its way. These are walls, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The white is wall.
Yes.
Your movement at this point is effectively arbitrary. Well, that's her move action for the turn. So she is going.
Does Sion have line of sight from there, dear?
Nope. But she does have a decent mental image of how the place is laid out.
You know what? That might be pretty fair.
Fair.
Is literally just came out to confirm that what she's been hearing is in fact what is out there. At that point, she then teleports over here, uses the first of her action surges, just that down here to remember by, as her teleport, and then casts a normal lightning bolt at Mr. Dragon.
Okay, throw your lightning bolt.
Yeet is the lightning bolt crashing through the dragon.
Make sure it's still 9. Yes. No. It's 7.
So yeah.
These.
What's the save DC?
76. Save DC is. Colorize lightning bolt.
Its
Wait,
raw
yeah.
stats kind of suck, but that's because it can consistently do fucking stat damage.
that is fair.
10 plus spell level plus int mod.
I don't think a 15 beats that.
Yeah, it's 22. I thought I said that, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, that breaks the first bar. Spillover damage. 80 regenerates.
Sion also blows a kiss its way.
Its lightning tears through the dragon as shadowy dragon as it screams and roars, body flickering at the edges as you break its first health bar. Then, so first up, now it's the dragon's turn. First up, Io, your dodge target. Not that I don't think that's gonna matter.
Statement, because I currently have 5 more defense from fainting.
Okay.
So I am currently at 40 defense.
Okay, then, yeah. Okay, then it's going to use a spring attack.
On.
You using its incorporeal touch, so it's going to try to slap you across the face.
Okay.
It's targeting your defense minus your armor.
That does not hit.
How does I? So yeah, shadowy claw, another shadowy hand bursts from the side. You're reaching for Io's face.
And a natural riposte.
Her blade shining, she cuts through the shadowy hand and strikes at the dragon's form.
Shattering its absolute defense once more.
You are not the one I called.
Yeah, it just growled, so it now gets to move. It's going to move. Give me a second to calculate movement. It's gonna move out of the light. And it's gonna go straight for the fucking walls.
Oh wow, that's rude.
It's just gonna go. You see it move out of light, and then the moment it does, it just dives through the walls. Ashley and Lucine, you see a massive serpentine shadowy form just slide through out of the walls as if they didn't even exist. So it's glaring at Ashley, to be specific. Get out.
Oh boy. Host,
Yeah?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Since it's normally a free action, can I do this in response to it going through the walls?
What is it?
Convert Shamash into flaming sword mode?
So, and it's a free action to do that?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you can do it. How much light does Samos give off? Does Samos give off any light on that
We
form?
did not set that rule. We did
Probably
not.
20 feet, honestly, same as Blade of Light.
Yeah, I'll say it's just a... Oh, wait, what'd you say, me? I, completely did not hear you, Meow.
I said, might as well just make it 20 feet, just like the Blade of Light.
I think 15 or 10 because it is not as good.
10...
Yes, but it's fire, so illumination.
10 sounds good to me. 10 sounds good to me. Give me a sec to slap
I
you.
mean, a torch gives off 20 feet of bright light.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, give me a sec to slap you with an
I
aura.
would compare it to a torch. I would not compare it to raw light.
Yeah, so you also now have an aura. It covers you and Ashley. However, the dragon... However, it just still doesn't touch the dragon. That's the dragon's turn. Kirov, you're up.
So I'm going to double move, and then action surge, and chuck a flashbang at it.
You're throwing a flashbang at it.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
I would say
No,
I
here's what I'm
would
gonna do.
have Gurov scream flashbang out so that
Yeah, of course he's gonna do that.
Yes.
so that you can give a modifier to Ashley and Lucine to cover their eyes and ears quickly enough to avoid getting dazed.
Yep, I'll allow that to happen.
Yeah, I
only-
don't think they'd be in range anyway.
Yeah, more pressingly, what's the DC for crafting a flashbang?
They're really
I think it was 15.
Erie, how much damage does a DC 15 grenade do?
DC 15 would be 2d6, I believe.
Okay, it's gonna take 2d6 radiant damage then. Save 15 for half.
And what, just auto fail its save?
No gets to save for half.
No, I mean the save versus being blinded and deafened.
It's a ghost.
You know, that's actually a fair point.
Yeah.
It is fucking dead. DC
It
is
is
15 for
dead.
saving for
It
half.
is a ghost. It's not even an actual dragon, is it?
No, you're
It's dragon enough that Bane is affecting it.
It's dragon enough that Bane is affecting it, yes. Okay, yeah, it takes half damage, so it's only going to take 5 damage from that, but the light does force it to be solid anyways, despite the fact it's not in any AoEs for the next round. until its next turn.
Makes sense. Alright. I believe that is now Ashley's turn.
Yep, the dragon is now solid.
Okay. Okay, if I didn't have multiple people here who could provide light for me, what I would have considered doing, what I would have wanted to do if it would have taken a full round, is try to set the brightness of that monitor to maximum and use that as light.
That could have worked, and there are also a bunch of lights you could fix. That's why they're there.
Yeah, but that's... Can I fix them in a single turn? Anyways, that's just an honorable mention for what I would have done this turn.
I'll just use. I'm gonna find the icon there.
Ashley, shoot Boyo in the face, so.
Yeah.
You can full attack the gun, by the way, so if you have BAB of, what, 6 or higher, Kevin?
6 or higher.
6 or higher.
Yeah, you can
I
attack
have a
that.
base attack bonus of 4.
Don't worry, its AC sucks.
Smart heroes don't
No,
get.
then let me double check
Stabs.
Dragon's first rounds.
To be fair, I do have BAB equals level from my feeds, otherwise I would only have 2 attacks.
Also, again, its AC
But yeah,
sucks.
after making peace with the fact that she's about to give a one-liner that'll bug anyone who knows anything about how computers work, Ashley's going to yell, "Your antivirus fucking sucks!" before shooting at the Shadow Dragon.
Its eyes narrow.
Actually, I
Oh
should
my
double
God.
check. What magical buffs do we have active? I'm assuming not heroism, not whatever was upping the. Do we have flaming rounds up? I'm just double checking for the.
You have flaming rounds and +2 attack.
And the dragon
Okay.
is solid.
Just making sure.
That's the standard package. As long as Lucine's with you and has time, she does it.
All right, just double checking.
Is that a low roll? I need to make sure. Give me a second. I'm making sure it's a low roll from you. Okay, yeah, it's a low roll. Your gun.
That's a low roll.
Okay, I was just making sure that was a low roll and not your gun sucking. I was just making sure for planning future stuff purposes.
All right,
7 damage to the dragon.
and I am going to heroic surge for more bullet.
Oof. And it misses. I'm sorry. You don't hit it with a crit fail. I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll live.
Oof. That is in fact a critical. The dice really just don't like us today, I guess.
They don't like anyone. We've seen Europe.
I even got below average damage. Oh well.
Okay, well, I am standing here, lighting
Standing
things on
here.
fire, and also
Standing here, you realize?
I will in fact move. I have to move, sadly, and then I will just make my two.
No, it's been forced to be for real. Remember the flash
Yes.
strength?
Yeah, but it's still
No,
better
I have to move because I'm melee at the moment.
She's stabbing it.
She is
Oh,
stabbing
okay.
it with sword.
Right, I can't
She
witness
has
that
joined
for
the
next turn.
cult of
I'm gonna-
melee.
Right,
Soon,
there it is.
soon Sylvan will get a giant knife.
Oh,
Made
that!
of darkness to stab things with as well.
Now this is a knife.
You forget, Lucine's stick is that she has really high potential damage.
Yes,
Jesus
that
Christ,
is
that's the...
Lucian's full thing.
That is a very big high roll.
Yes, that is also with HE rounds, because that is what Lucine does, is she pulls bullshit like this out of her ass.
Yeah, you just
Right,
fucking
like
cut
this
through the. So you just fucking cut another big chunk off the dragon.
Clearly the sword is exploding the whole time as well.
I need to make sure to see if a 16 hits. Give me a second.
Is that supposed to be a 1d13 in there?
Yes! No, actually, it's supposed to be 1d14.
A what?
A 16 still hits.
1d14.
Eerie, can I say something? Can I say
Okay.
something?
Is it fuck you?
Yes. Second bar broken.
You
Yes,
do realize that Yuri is literally here to game systems, right? Like, that's what she
Yes,
does.
Drako, as in regards to the D14, Lucine gets stacks based on how much buff, and that dice is equal stacks.
Yeah. So she has 14 buffs on everyone right now, so she has that many stacks of Dragon Heart, so she does 1d14.
Yeah, the dragon.
We're taking great advantage of a digital medium, I see. I love
for
it.
a reason, yes.
Yes, it's very useful.
What were you saying? I couldn't hear you over Miho.
Taking advantage of a digital medium.
Yep.
What do you mean this is a knockoff, Zal? Oh no, wait, no, wait, I misread it. This is a knife. I am dumb. I am very dumb. I apologize. Anyway, that's your turn, Lucine. The dragon really fucking coils.
The Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. Truly, we are
Yes,
just
dear.
playing Fire Emblem.
It's gonna pull. I think it might die, so I'm just gonna do a funny fuck you all.
No.
Oh
Illegal.
my god, it can't escape. It's stuck solid.
Yeah, the flashbang force it's solid.
Yes, and it's within the light of Erie's thing.
It's gonna angle its breath weapon. It's going to angle the breath weapon like this and barf out a fucking cone of screaming shadows that well, it's gonna burn a dark magic point to make that do max damage.
Roll to reflect the half, I suppose.
Yeah, everyone reflex for half, or else you'll take That's actually a lot of damage. Give me a sec.
Oh wait, I did it twice, so I took 6 damage from that.
72 necrotic damage.
Ow.
Well, I made the save anyway, but I could have
Make
survived.
the save.
If you didn't, you have AP, actually.
Yeah, 72 necrotic damage coming everyone's way. Coming Ashley, Lucine, and Kirov's way. Kirov was in fact in the count.
Yep, Lucine clears the save pretty handily.
You're off basically.
Okay, so an 18, I will.
Actually need to spend AP, because...
Yes.
Yeah, no, that is 1 less than my max HP. I am spending.
No, like, does the 18 clear?
Yeah, AP just clear. Yeah, spending an AP is enough to clear. DC's 19.
Okay, yeah, so spending 1 AP is literally just enough.
Okay. That is a very important AP.
Yeah, so everyone in the breath weapon will take. Let me just do the math real quick. 72 divided by 4.
That should be 36.
36 damage to everyone. 36 necrotic damage. Screaming in darkness washes over all of you. It feels like phantom hands are sinking into your body and trying to pull the life out of you as they're dragged away from you, like through the cone.
Also, I'm pretty sure each of them needs to make a massive damage save, because 36 damage is...
a lot.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Make
your
DC's
MD
15 here. God damn it. Hey, I made you burn an AP, I'll take that.
Hero.
You
I
got
don't
one
think Hero
because I
can
rolled
fail. Yeah, no, Hero.
Abysmally. Oh
Yeah,
no, you can always fumble.
Yes, because natural ones exist. I'm aware, dear.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Yeah, you take hefty damage, but nobody goes down from that. The dragon's then gonna move.
Where? It's forced
Where?
solid.
It cannot move, because it literally does not have the ability to move anywhere.
It's gonna back itself in a corner and into the corner, growling.
That is quite literally all it can do, and it eats an attack of opportunity from Yuri doing that.
Shit, you're right.
No, it doesn't.
We are not trapped in here
you
with
not
you.
have an
You are
AoE
trapped
here?
in here with us.
I
Step.
can't get an AOO from the melee form. Oh no, wait, it does eat an AOO. Sorry, I was getting my things confused. I can't get flanking bonus with melee Shamash.
Yeah. That is sure as how you are, but it's yeah, that hits enough enough. Yeah, that hits enough to break the 80 again.
Right, John, it is time for us to put this dragon to rest.
Yep.
John, you're up. This is
All
not how
right, John is.
This is not how I expected the fight to go. But I'm not upset at that. You guys figured out. You guys were.
Okay.
Yes,
I
we did
have
in
an
fact
idea
figure out
and
the
I'm sad.
incredibly obvious weakness.
I have an idea, and I'm sad that the dragon won't last long enough for me to execute on it.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
All right.
I have the stat block for a reason.
Ooh.
And that's why I have Dragon's Breath.
So, another double tap after moving there. That's a damn good roll for damage. I'm glad it hit.
Very, very high roll.
Yeah, just 4 below max.
Another big chunk gets splattered out of the ink like Dragon's body.
And Surge for another double tap. Not nearly as good a damage roll.
Still fucking blows another big chunk out of it. Like this thing's protection. Protection as you guys. Wait, let me make sure I did that right. Give me a sec. Yeah, as you guys can probably tell, this thing's gimmick is a mostly. Give me a second. Find roll 20.
Mostly, it goes through walls.
It goes through walls, and as you saw, and basically, if you don't have a light on it, magic only does half damage to it.
And
So it is decidedly not spec'd for fighting us.
You know,
It's not spec for fighting Eo.
you know.
I mean, Lucy had a fiery sword that just she normally doesn't use because it does in fact hurt her to use.
I will know. My intention for the fight was that it was going to be trying to hit and run you guys, but you cornered it too fast.
it cornered itself, let's be honest.
Oh, you were trying to play Strahd, okay.
I was playing. Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect for you. I forgot that Lucine had the flaming sword.
When Coast plays herself.
I owe Europe. Yeah, no. The plan was it was going to try to smack acid and it was on turn 1, and it was going to dip through the walls. Again. And use a spring attack to dip through the walls again.
Alright.
But then I just flashbanged it and forced it corporeal.
Eel runs towards the Shadow Dragon with her Blade of Light again. And says, "You touched my fucking girlfriend. Go away." Action surges and then murders it.
Oh no.
Go away, fucking dragon bitch. Be gone from my sight.
Gone thought.
28, 20.
Ignore that last roll. That one's not there.
The 20?
Yeah, the 20. Roll 20 lagged, so.
Okay, give me a sec to calculate the damage. 23, that's 28, that's 40 plus 8 plus 3, that's 51 damage.
Shouldn't be 51. Should be more than that.
The 26 is also included.
Yes, 26 plus 23 plus 28.
I did not see the 26. I am incredibly stupid. Okay, no, that's
77.
That's enough to kill it. How do you kill the Shadow Dragon? How do you put it back to rest?
By stabbing its face by throwing an imaginary shield to the side and jumping and stabbing it in the head. Because I really can't just help but make references at this point.
Your body comes down on its head, sword slashing the head, and it just fucking shatters. Is the best word to describe what happens to it as it dies. It doesn't evaporate. Give me a second to swap the music to something else. I'll just leave it blank. So it just shatters for a second. The darkness scattering off of it, briefly forming into the shadow figures that Kirov first saw before the darkness seems to leech away from those figures, and they just vanish. One by one by one by one, until all that's left is the faint, barely there figure of the person you were trying to contact in the first place. Who the fuck are you?
Let's go on.
I think at this point, basically, the Spec Ops of survivors.
Let's go with that.
Ah, yes. A eugenics project, a crazy black mage, an even crazier swordswoman, whatever the fuck Kirov is, a tech wizard, and actually, I don't know. I have a snarky thing for you, John.
John.
Sorry.
Just say John. It makes it funnier.
The ghost. That's what else. That's all he could have been be at this point. The ghost just blinks. Okay, how did you find this place?
Does the name Michigan ring a bell?
Miss Special Operative Michigan.
He was Spec Ops.
I will say, as they're talking, Ashley will kind of snoop through the task manager and see if something looks vaguely like a supernatural program.
Okay, so first, I just say he was Spec Ops. He blinks. Oh right, he was. Oh right, he did get demoted for the Navy for that one, for that moral thing. Oh, it doesn't. Yes, him. No. Has his car never choose it?
Come
What?
again?
Could you repeat that?
Has Cigar never lights it? He's
Yep.
No, he finally did.
That's first one.
he's done. He's lit one in the time we've known him, and that's probably due to our antics.
No, it was due to the cold.
Yeah, Mio got very angry when someone cares about his touch. Yeah, the ghost of director Albert nods. That makes sense. Are you? He walks past you. He points to one of the folders. It's just like the folder is just labeled something Blaine that you eyes overlooked it. That one has the programs for pulling things up from the lower floor if you're looking for Project Myrmidon.
I will
But we originally came here from Myrmidon, but is it possible to find info on St. George?
He stops for a second, saying, I think we were. He stops for a second. I know that our funders had other sites up and going, but I don't know if any of the others were working on. I don't know if any of the others were also working on trying to perfect St. George.
And then, what can you tell us about your funders so we can continue the search?
They were They were very, very, very careful of who knows them. I only knew one of their I only knew one of their names. I knew about Michigan through him. His name was. He stops for a second trying to remember. Mr. I believe it was. He called himself Mr. Argent. Argent, I think. From what I could tell of the man, he knew. I think he was someone familiar with some. He stops for a second.
Lucine
Goldman.
immediately goes. Lucine is going to start describing Mr. Goldman.
No, it's not Goldman the younger. Not Goldman the youngest.
Okay, look, it sounded like a code name for gold.
Understand? From what he said, I do think whoever Mr. Argent was, he did know the Goldman family. I don't think he was fond of Goldman the Elder, though. I don't think any of the sponsors had reasons to be fond of Goldman the Elder.
Nope. Bastard founded the friggin' Stygian star worshipping cult.
No. He raised his finger. No, he wasn't their founder.
Funded. I meant to say funded.
Yeah, funded. As the cultists didn't breach, did they?
No, they didn't.
He looks to Io. I'm sorry for that response to you reaching out. I wasn't. I was here, but not. He stops trying to find the right words. Aware until your spell. Spell. I've never met a magic user myself. If I do know they didn't know they existed.
There is no one to blame.
No. When you jolted me into awareness, you dragged some of the others up, and something in the air reacted.
That would be the Stygian star.
The dragon factor that inevitably came in when we did.
The dragon factor, or as you called it, what did you call it again?
Dragon threat. DR threat beta.
DR alpha.
DR threat.
DR threat beta.
DR threat beta is the dragon factor. Alpha is the star.
Okay.
Eel would have clarified what she meant by the star, specifically.
So that thing still like, so no one survived enough to throw a nuclear missile at the thing?
Yep.
Pretty
It
sure someone
seems to
tried.
have
No,
made
it's
very
apparently
particularly
intelligent enough
sure.
to go for a decapitating strike.
Yes.
That he found that tracks with what for you information on the cult. That makes sense. The ghost chuckles for a moment. I don't think there's much I can do for you now, I'm afraid.
Then go rest.
As he says that, he just fades away. So, knowing how, with what he's pointed out to you, you managed to find the programs for pulling stuff up from the ruins of the lower floor. And when you put it in for Project Myrmidon, you hear a thump as out of the tube next to you slides out like halfway through, clasp holding it in so it doesn't fall to the floor. What appears to be a vacuum sealed plexiglass container, maybe some sort of military grade plexiglass. You can't tell exactly at first glance. Inside of it, held between two metal prongs installed in the lid and bottom, is a syringe containing a ambery fluid.
I will say, as an aside, after the shadow dragon fades away, and while she's looking through the folder, Ashley will kind of mutter to herself, I was hoping to see if I could try and download that one. Oh well.
Yeah, I'll say you will be able to get a bunch of encrypted data. That's just going to be plot points for later on.
I mean, we don't need to take any data. We can quite literally just take the entire hard drive.
True. I was more thinking
the entire server, more likely.
We would need the entire server, yes, but that is what our means to do.
Ashley would have loved to have tried and seen if that shadow dragon was stored on the computer in the form of data.
That would be fucking hilarious, honestly.
That's what is connected with the idea I had, by the way. I was literally just going to have Ashley try and look through the task manager for something that looks kind of like some arcane defense program, and just try to end task.
Yeah, no. What happened? I'll clarify out of character. What happened is you poked the dead. You woke the dead up. The dead woke up. A bunch of them were upset. The dragon factor, the star through the dragon factor capitalized that, turned them into a Gribbly, and tried to kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, because the star cannot resist trying to kill us and proving itself wrong by its own sword logic at literally every opportunity. It's very funny.
I mean, this wasn't the star trying. This was a minion. This wasn't the star itself.
You get the point.
Yeah, I do get the point. Yeah. Anyways, at that you hear.
I think the fact that we were able to kind of talk the dragon into talk a standard dragon into discussion like that, rather than just killing it outright end of discussion. That is something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it is something to keep in mind, but I will clarify what you did. You didn't exactly talk to the dragon itself now. What you did was you smashed the... Basically, You smash the the bunch of microscopic ghostly dragon factor crystals that were holding it together apart, so all the ghosts could fight. So all the ghosts could not be conglomerated into a giant hate dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever attempted this kind of did a rush job, is my assumption.
Well, yeah, we only cracked open the vault like what, 15 minutes ago?
Exactly. Yeah, at that moment though, once you're all done, once you have the tube, who pulls it out?
Kirov.
Okay, you carefully
You're,
pull it off.
patting himself up
There's
there.
a pop-up hand over on the side for carrying it.
You're off.
Okay.
Injecting super soldier serum directly into his veins.
It's still in the
Is there
container.
any other form?
That's up to him.
Yeah. At that moment, Commander Mystican's voice comes in. Okay, is everyone still alive? We've heard something. We heard some weird noise. Heard something concerning.
Don't worry about it.
We're all
Kirov
okay.
pokes his head out to check on the succubus real quick. Yep, everybody's alive.
We're all good.
Keon
Though
waves.
you're gonna want to start looking into a name Argent.
Argent. He hums. Okay, yeah. Get back. We'll do your report. Did you run into any trouble? Trouble, or was it just weird machinery?
Nothing worth mentioning, Theo says.
It was just the usual flavor of trouble. Nothing that big.
There was a dragon down there.
No, but I summoned one.
Accidentally.
Accidentally, yes.
Clarified, tried to speak to Dad. Dragon Factor capitalized on Angry Dad. Here we are.
The dragon is past tense now, for better and for worse.
The angry shadow dragon was put to death by the blade of light.
So just word of advice, if you find any spooky shadow dragon things, they're weak to flashbangs.
You hear a very slow sigh.
You are too easy to mess with, dear.
You hear a slow sigh come through the radio. I'm glad you all are alive. And that is useful information. Thank you, Kirov. But I do not like the idea that this thing can touch up. Anyways, get back
It
soon.
really didn't like light.
That is useful information. Take back everything you can. You can. We'll do the report.
Did we actually ever check this room?
No.
No.
Let's check that room.
We should probably do that, yo.
Okay, so you check the room. It's the same process for opening it. There's another computer in it. You quickly look through it. You find evidence that it looks like that this specifically was the specific lab that was working, the specific subsection that was working for the specific bit that was working actually with St. George. You also see that all the files have been on St. George are gone. Looks like Bookburner, most of them weren't encrypted, so Bookburner took them all out.
Annoying, but understandable. Yeah, you wouldn't want the cultists to be able to counter it.
Or worse, make a version that worked on humans.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be honest, I don't.
Okay, I've
think
got a
that would
stupid idea.
be effective.
Anyway, so
Can any of you
What is
try
it?
casting mend on the hard drive?
that won't work.
That wouldn't work.
Men works on
So-
hardware, not software.
No, and
Also, it's not even that, Kos. UA has lots of rules for this exact situation. It's a much simpler case of it's not broken.
yes, it's functioning exactly as intended. That's
Also
just
that.
not how it works.
Yeah, so you gather the information. When you teleport back out. Let's swap every Dragon back out on Basculon from it. Also, yes, you don't get vials for that because the corpse fucking vanished.
Yes.
Again, I am not objecting because that one is fair.
Okay, so you teleport back, waiting for you all is Alexis. Decided how to play Guardian until you all got back. He's lost for a second. Points at Lucine. Lucine, try not to break some ice for a bit. Elizabeth is kind of pissed at you.
I
Why
don't
is
think she
she-
was the one who modded it anyway. I'm good.
Why is Elizabeth pissed at Lucien? What did I miss
For
there?
being callous earlier.
What?
Okay, Elizabeth's personal loyalty means whatever the fuck you want to call it. I've already alluded to this past as part of the conquest stuff. Her brother got kidnapped by the cult, turned into a dragon, and fucked off. She wants to find her brother and put him down and deal with him. And just the idea that he couldn't be saved, he just fucked her up.
Oh, right, because Lucien said that, and even though it's probably not actually true, because, well, again, the impossible exists to be made possible. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. I'm going
Sorry
to
we couldn't
purify
bring
the
you a
dragon.
live one this time. It wasn't exactly corporeal.
You know, that wasn't happening no matter what we tried.
Exactly.
See,
I
to
couldn't even get
purify the dragon, bitch.
Yeah, Alexander is in fact standing in the doorway and about to ask you about that. God damn it! Wait, what do you mean it wasn't corporeal?
It
Oh,
was.
It
dragon.
was some kind of weird conglomerate hate ghost
What the fuck?
that was made by what I think was a weird interaction between Neo casting Raise Dead and the freshly introduced
Speak with
Dragon
Dead.
Factor.
Excuse you that speak with dead, not raise dead.
The dragon. If the dragon factor can affect the souls of, that's something to look into. That's useful information.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
because
we knew
apparently the
about
bodies in there didn't get back up when introduced.
That's because they interact with the soul directly, you old wonders.
and there wasn't
Exactly.
a
It's
soul
looking
left
like the
in
dragon
there.
factor interacts with the soul as much, if not more, than biology. I'm going to need to do
We
research.
can actually confirm that it requires the soul to function properly.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is that is very important information.
We did tell you that heaven and hell are both at war with the dragons, right? That was something we told you about, right?
I can't. I'm gonna. Yes, no, you told everyone. Yes, I remember you guys told everyone because I remember making a joke about Mr. Goldman bitching about he has to fucking read more Lovecraft about because of this. Anyways, I'm going to skip over the after action report and we'll end off the session here.
Yes, because it is 12.
Yeah, exactly. Next time is gonna be able to do doing what the fuck you guys are gonna be want to doing the fuck. I'll have to double check your plans, but we're in player driven territory now, boys.
Oh boy.
What are we
Let's go
in?
grab us a live dragon just to show we can do it.
Oh, Lucine wants to head out to Europe.
Anyways, first I'm gonna head off. See you all. Stream is
Yes,
now not